I've had a few people ask about my redo of my room, and so I wanted to give a quick tour so that you could kind of see what it looks like. So here in the one corner, the whole room is themed British because I love everything British. So here's my Kath Kidston bag on the back and my coronation sign, my John Lennon poster that I've had for years and years because I absolutely love him. And my Big Shot is here, so it's easy and accessible, and I can use it right here with the plates. Makes it easy for me to use it. And then I also have my Cameo, the silhouette, and then the Cricut ready to go as well. I just have to connect them to my laptop, which is over there, and then I'm good to go. In the cabinet here, I have a variety of different acrylics and different chipboard letters. I took them all out of their packaging and put them in little baggies. It really reduces a lot of clutter by redoing that organization, or even ones that are in plastic packages. I cut off the top piece so that, again, they fit easily in the drawers. So these are all different letters, and you'll see where I put my thickers later, because I used to have them in these drawers and I just moved things because it just wasn't working for me. They had to lay down and I had to dig through things, which meant I didn't use them. So here I have some roller stamps, and then I have some rolls of things I got on clearance and some stamp covers, and then my squidgy things, which are disgustingly awesome. And then my Cricut mats, some long dies, and then I have all of my dies are on metal or magnetic sheets, and they all sit in this plastic container. And then some cutting mats, and then this is a case to hold stamp blocks. In the next cabinet is more kind of tool related items. So lots of little drawers with punches and some bigger tools. And then I have any cards I've made, all of my stamping, so daubers, things like that. More punches and paper cutters. I like to have a variety of paper cutters, because sometimes when you get going on different things, you want to use different blades, especially photos versus cardstock. But also I have circle cutters, some small trimmers. It's also nice when people visit, or if I'm going to crops, then I can have a couple cutters going. And then I have my 6-hole punch as well. More punches. And then I have my miscellaneous tools. So X-Acto knives, my hammer, the garden shears, things like that. Things that I don't use as often for tools go in this drawer. Things that I use all the time go on my desk spinner. And then this drawer is just perfect for 6x6 pads. So they're all in here. I try and use these as much as I possibly can. Still don't use them as much as I should, but I'm actually going to be doing a couple projects and challenges that have 6x6 pads. So they all sit here. And this drawer, I'm limited. So you'll see that I'm almost full. I'm not buying any more until I use them up. So kind of a good reminder for me there. My cabinet, some pops there, and then I never find anything with my name. And here I am with Share Coke with Tanya. I don't even drink Coke, but I had to get that because I thought it was pretty funny. In these cabinets is extras. So tons of baby wipes. I buy them in bulk. That's how I clean my stamps. That's how I clean my work area. I got some little notepads. And then more Kath Kidston and England stuff. And then in the drawers, I just have storage for just random odds and ends, some little goodies and extension cords, things like that. Here's my Scentsy things I might need, but they can be hidden away. And you'll notice that I love drawers for everything. Pegboards work really well for a lot of people, not for me. I don't want things out. I don't want to see it until I'm using it. So I really like to put everything away in cabinets. It's not for everybody. And you'll notice that I don't have them labeled because I do know in my head what's in the drawers. So whatever works for you. But then in these drawers, I have dies, embossing folders. I have some like photo or paper, copy paper, notepads, some office supplies. And then these 4 drawers are all Cricut cartridges. So I have the old Cricut where you have to put the cartridge in and do all that good stuff. It has been in storage for years because we were moving from California to Colorado. So one of the first things I packed up. So haven't used it a lot recently, but hoping that with it being here and reorganizing all of the cartridges into these drawers that I will use it more often. This cabinet, odd colors, but I loved the drawers. So I picked it up from Hobby Lobby. A lot of little stamps go in here. And I just purged a bunch of my stamps too. So and these ones are all like Ellie Studio or Freckled Fawn. Not Freckled Fawn, Lawn Fawn. So they're all there. Again, some more stamps that are smaller. And then I have all of my Allie Edwards ones here. So I used to be a subscriber to the stamp service. And I love the stamps I got. But I found that it was just too much. So I stopped actually several years ago. But I love her stamps. I took them all out of the packaging. And they're just sitting here on their own. But I made my own little tags so I can quickly and easily find them. Again, reducing clutter and removing packaging is so huge. I threw away garbage bags full of packaging. Here is my combination scrapbooking, leisure / work desk. So there's a lot going on. I have my notepads and all that good stuff, drinks, some projects that I'm working on, notepads for work. I spend the majority of my life at this desk, and it works out well because I can put the tables back to back. So initially the idea was to have my scrapbooking desk and then a die cutting desk or vice versa. But since I'm work from home and there's no indication that we'll ever go back to the office, this is what works right now. And it is a standing desk, so I can stand up. I've got a mat that's good for standing. And then the chair just swivels between the two. So work, swivel, I can scrapbook. I have my sewing machine on the end. And when I'm sewing, all I have to do is just pull it out and rotate it. And then I can sew. Otherwise, it gets pushed back in there, out of the way. So that is my work desk. And then over in the corner starts my cabinets. So more Cath Kidston stuff. I got this great poster of the Underground. Actually shipped it over from London because I absolutely love the tube. So it's there. And then I have my printer. So you'll see that there's some crazy cords. I hate cords. I wish everything was cordless, but need to find something to do with that because it's a mess and I hate it. But I can print right here. And then on top, I did get one of these We Are Memory Keepers exploding flowers. And it has a bunch of Disney stuff for some projects that I'm working on. So I can kind of swap out what's in there as I go. These drawers are all embellishments. So rhinestones, there's some wooden items, buttons, all of that kind of stuff I have all in here. Wood, twine, I have some die cuts that I've already done, some stamped items I've already done. Oops, get my camera here. Twine, ribbon, and then below there is a cupboard that has tubs with chipboard and flowers. So it's kind of my embellishment stand. I got this super cheap because there was a crack on the side. You don't even see it. So I got it super cheap before we left San Diego. And once you put things together, you never see it. So look for those clearance items. This is a donation bin. I have it here all the time so that as I'm doing projects, I can easily just purge things and throw it in that red bin. This cabinet is all Disney. So here's my Mickey drawer. These are all items that relate to Mickey and Friends. Then I have one that's just Disney with like regular Disney items, just random castles, memories, things like that. I have one for princesses. I have one for different rides. So you'll see that I have plastic bags where I wrote and put items in there so that I can pull things as I need it. And then these are characters. And then I have all of my kind of Mickey ear type things because I like to put a Mickey ear on every single layout. Here's all fall items. And then Halloween. I find the only time I ever scrapbook Halloween and fall is when I'm at Disney. And then here are my bags of Star Wars stuff. So I have it broken into light side, dark side. I have one for droids. I have one for Vader. I have general ones. And then the bottom drawer is just random nerdy stuff. So Lego from we go down to downtown Disney or Disney Springs. I have Ninja Turtles. I have everything else that's nerdy in there. And then I just moved this cabinet here. It was over here, but I found that I wasn't using it because it was behind my lamp. And so, let me close this blind so you can see a little better. I swapped these two cabinets for this one. Best decision I've made in my life, I swear. I use it so much more than I ever did. So on the top, this is my book that I keep all my layouts for my different trips. So you'll see that I list out what layouts I want to do for that trip. So this is my Animal Kingdom, which usually has our travel, Animal Kingdom kind of extras because we don't spend a lot of time in Animal Kingdom. And then the dates. So I know that when I'm, doing the bus or the Skyliner page, we did that November 10th. I do this for every single trip. This way I don't accidentally scrapbook the same photo. I make sure that everything is organized, but you'll see that every single, there's Magic Kingdom, there's Epcot, there's Hollywood Studios. So this is our November trip. And then I have one just for the Christmas party too, because there was lots of parade photos. So this book holds everything for all of my different albums that I'm doing. So I have a I Love Colorado album, so everything is there. Here's my Disney stuff. Here's my year album. And then here's my Disney World Daily album that I'm working on. My retreat for when I do retreats with Sally. And then my California trip, which we just took. So I'll be working on pulling those ideas together. And then upcoming Canada. And then a Ukrainian album that I'm making for my dad of different festivals we went to. So I start every single project like this in terms of just making these blocks. And then as I decide what sort of page protector I'm going to use, I fill it in with the picture. And then I make any little notes and what photos and what it is for. So this book is really handy. I keep it there all the time. Below that is my little drawer unit. And I have these for Ellie Studio tags. So the different colors, so I can easily pull pink out, take it to my desk, do what I need to do, put it back. So everything is organized into colors. Paper trimmer, heat gun. Heat gun used to be put away in a drawer. I want to use it more because I have so much embossing powders. So I have it here ready to go and ready to use at any time. And I found that I've used it more in the last, 2-3 weeks of it being there than the last year. And then a book that I'm going to start reading. This is an idea book of different sketches and stuff, of most of which are Susan's. And then 2022, our year album. All of our year albums are 6x8. It's a good size. We don't have kids. I don't need to go week by week, but I want to do the key things that we do in our lives, whether that be changing of the seasons or little trips we take or just things that we do that make us happy. And then my apothecary cabinet. I put all of my regular stuff that I use on a regular basis. So, enamel dots, my inks. There are sprays or watercolors, pens and markers, embossing, sewing items. So all my extra threads are there when I need them. Glitters, adhesives, miscellaneous items, different spritzes that I have. My baby wipes. I use baby wipes for everything all the time. And then these drawers that say colors, they have these crayon and pen boxes that I get at school time. And I think you can get them at Walmart all the time now, but they hold different colored items. So here's all of my little yellow embellishments. If I need something yellow, I just pull this out. I can dig through it, find what I need. And then I have other different colors too. So these are all the pink ones. So I can come in here and pull out what I need. I don't have to search for it. I don't have to, miss out because I don't have them organized. So I don't have labels on them because I can see them. I love these clear containers for that reason. So you can see that I did purge through these recently. So, sometimes you get things and you want to split them up, or you get them and you don't use them, but I can purge them and someone else can enjoy them and love them. So that's what I have in these ones. And then I did do a couple here where these are specific for trips. So this will be for my California album because it's that aqua color. So that's my apothecary cabinet. These two cabinets have random things in them as well. So I have some Christmas stuff. These two drawers are both Allie Edwards items. And then I have travel. This is U.S., so all across the U.S. Mainly Texas because I go there a lot and I love it. But there's lots of different, I got these little plates for all the different states, so I can use them when I make that album eventually. And then, you guessed it, Britain. I have tons of stuff for Britain because I've been there quite a bit. I have all my stamps here, so it's specific to that. I keep things like maps and brochures. You never know when you might want to cut something out. Tickets and stuff. And then other items that are for that. So those three are for Britain. And then I have one here for Ireland and Scotland because it's on my bucket list to do a trip. And then I have random kind of family items and things like that are home-based or pets or things that are specific to my family, like fishing or construction. We are doing a few things around the house, but my dad's also a carpenter. So things like that are in there. And then I have a food drawer. So all different kind of food items. I do have them categorized into baggies of like cupcakes are together, ice cream is together, burgers are together. So that I can use those when I do trips and when we try different foods. This one has all hearts. So these are all my different heart stickers. And I have a little container here of items. And then this drawer is all stars. So again, anything stars, all different colors. I can kind of pull these. And I love having this really close to my desk because I'm going to these drawers all the time. Between the hearts and the stars for fill-ins, to different labels that I've stamped and punched, to baggies of different colors of ones. I love organizing things into colors. It makes it so much easier to find what you need. I used to have them just in a bin, and I spent more time digging around than I did finding what I needed. So these are all organized into just Ziploc baggies from the dollar store that I can go and I can pull red, orange, green, whatever I need. And then I also, you'll notice here there's a little baggie of ones that are like partials. So if I use a part of one, I keep the other part because you never know when you might need just a little piece. And then I'm not wasting. I really don't like wasting things. So I keep those. And then these are all, pre-cut tags that are ready to go and to use. Some of them are even already die cut. My beautiful Paper Chase ones. I love, love, love going to Paper Chase when I'm in London. They have great things that are stationary, but they're great for scrapbooking. And then I often get things on clearance too. So that's always good. I end up coming back with lots of paper chase. Here's my 8.5 by 11 paper. So for mounting photos or my vellum, my printed vellum, kind of stuff that I use on a regular basis is here. And then my 12 by 12 cardstock. And then I have my ink directory, I guess it is. So this is actually a numismatic. They're 2x2, meant to hold 2x2 holders for coins. But I just picked some up online, got it on Amazon, cut 2x2 squares, picked a circle a stamp that I had, and then stamped out the different ink colors. So anytime that I need to look and match an ink color, I can come here and look at the different inks that I have. I can pull these out and kind of swatch them beside my photos to see if it's the right color. And then again, I'm not wasting time on guesswork. And it's also shocking as to the different colors. Like, look at this Stampin' Up! Black. It is very purple compared to the other blacks. So, you know, it really just depends on what you want to do in terms of the colors. And I can look here and kind of pull those. Below that, I have my 2 stamp platforms from Tim Holtz. I got the travel-sized one, so I can take this to different crops. I take it to retreat. And then I have the big one as well. So if you ever want to see that in action, I can definitely do a video on that. But everything goes into this drawer. Again, I have it here so that, oh, there's my foot, that I have it when I need it. Below that, different tools that are big. So here's my Martha Stewart cutter. And then I have this spray box. And then beneath that are my Christmas drawers. So I just discovered this year that these bins fit perfectly in these drawers, much to my glee. So I can have all of my Christmas washi here. And then I got these containers from Dollar Tree. So there's more stuff in there that I can keep together. And then again, you know, little baggies and things I'm going to use for Christmas, some card bases. So it's all there. Now, that is not all the Christmas I have, because I have a drawer of Christmas, or a card of Christmas, but we'll get there. So this is my desk. It's not huge. I actually prefer smaller desks and tables. I used to have a huge one, and I found that it was just full of junk all the time. This forces me to keep it clean. And my grandmother always said, a clean desk shows a clean mind, and a cluttered desk means a cluttered mind. And so I always keep that in mind because I like it kind of cleaned. I have my little tablet here so I can watch my British shows and my desk shows, as my dad calls them, when I'm crafting. I just got some Costco photos in, so they're here. Some other photos here. They came in 2 different shipments. And then my main desk caddy, which is quite dusty because I've had the windows open and we were gone for a week, but I'll dust that before we have the crop. But here's where all of my tools happen. So all of my pens, I have all of my other pens and extra blades, some stamps that are date stamps that have like the numbers and days and stuff like that. I also, when I'm cutting mats for photos, if I have extras that kind of get cut at the same time, I keep them here so I can quickly grab them if I need them. Here's just little odds and ends that I've kind of saved, or, you know, there's the Death Star that I've punched and done. So these ones they're just odds and ends that I think I'll use in the next pages for my year album. So I just leave them there. My glues, I got some little odds and ends in here. All of my cutting stuff, and then extra staples. Here are my templates for the different size photos. And I also have homemade little templates that I take when I'm doing traveler's notebooks. So if I'm on a trip, I'm not, you know, printing my photos as I go. I'm using these templates to be a placeholder, and I can journal around it. So I have those all kind of put together with a big butterfly clip. And then my pop dots, some glue dots in here. I use this tape all of the time. It's from Dollar Tree. This is seriously the best tape ever when you're sewing and you want to hold like little threads in behind, or you just want nice little thin tape to hold embellishments. I've used most of this. It's almost gone, but for $1.25, it's a great investment. So if you have a Dollar Tree, check it out. Dollar Tree also has a lot of different tools like this metallic marker, and they have scissors. They've really stepped up their game. So if you have one in your area, take a peek at it. In the middle, I have all my scissors and then my rulers. And then I invested in this We Are Memory Keepers punch. Honestly, I was unsure. I got it on Amazon for like 24 bucks. Everywhere else it's 40. Check it out. It has all the different sizes and you just rotate this head. I got rid of 5 different punches that I had because now I just have this baby. So take a peek at that. Another thing I love, the Tim Holtz mini attacher. They're tiny staples and they're like amazing for doing tags, Project Life, pocket pages overall. They're just fantastic. So these are my main tools, things I use all the time. My ridiculous flamingo from my fabulous 40th at the Flamingo in Vegas. So I keep that. I love flamingos anyway. They make me happy. So this is my main tool. And for those of you who are Star Wars fans, yes, this is a lightsaber. It came off of a piggy bank thing that was Vader, and I've kept it with my scrapbooking stuff because once I find the actual Vader in our storage unit, or not storage unit, but storage bedroom downstairs, we have yet to finish unpacking all the man cave stuff, but once I find him, I know where his lightsaber is, so that's why it's there. All right, and then I have garbage and recycling kind of right here by my desk. I have my cabinet of all of my British stuff. So I did some Lego. There's my corgi from Buckingham Palace. And then I have the closet. So I just redid the closet recently. I had cabinets here, like those cube ones, took them all out. They were using up a lot of space. This cubby was dead space, so I redid this. So here I got a shelf rack from IKEA. It's meant for like growing plants and stuff, but it worked great. It fit perfectly in that cubby. So I have one of those on each side of the closet to use and maximize that space. And then I have my paper bins and my paper pad bin. These are all Christmas paper pads. Die Cuts with a View makes some great ones, and so I tend to get a couple every year. So I'm hoping to use those up with our recent trip. And then I have a cart that can easily pull out. This cart, a little bit chaotic, but it's a current projects cart. So Disney World Daily, I have stuff in the bottom for the California trip that we just went on, and then also the upcoming Canada trip. So it's just kind of a cart that I can pull out when I'm working on those projects, and I'll grab stuff as I need it. Behind that is all of my paper. So specialty papers on the bottom, so my doilies, my acetate, extra vellum, all that stuff is there. And then 12 by 12 papers. I've got 8.5 cardstock from when I was a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator that I'm slowly picking through because I don't use cardstock as much. I don't make a lot of cards anymore, but it's gorgeous paper and I want to keep it. And then I have white papers, and then I have other kind of random 8.5 by 11 stuff. Then I have some kits here for Canada and California, and then some stencils and stuff there. And then this is all stuff for Disney World. So those are boxes that were, Pizza Hut did a thing at Christmas where it was like 2 pizzas and a box of breadsticks. Well, these boxes are perfect for holding 12 by 12 papers and embellishment. So I kept them because they weren't greasy. And so I have some papers and stuff in the one. And then in the other one is plastic bags that are separated by park. So I have Hollywood Studios, I have Magic Kingdom, I have Animal Kingdom, all that good stuff. Then I have papers and projects that are kitted and ready to go for different paper projects. So layouts, the Disney World Daily, all of that is there. Above, my photos and stuff are all in this Texas bin that I got. And then I have other like acrylics and stickers for titles in that bin. So this way, when I'm working on it, I can just pull these out, put it on my desk. I have the photos and I have a few kitted things there ready to go. My Christmas wreath, which will just sit there until it comes time to be Christmas. And then I have my stickles, and then I have my different markers and pens and kind of mixed media above that. So that is the left side. If we close that and come to this side, again, the mixed media, I've got some extra stickers and stuff here, my washi, my Stampin' Up! Ink pads on this spinner. I did keep this and move it from Canada. I've got some office items, and then this is the Lego box that has extra cutting mats and things like that. So I got them super, super cheap. So I just kept them in there. They're away. Once my gray one on the table kind of falls apart, which it's close to being there, then I'll start a new one. Paper pads. So again, I purged through a lot of this just recently, but they're all here. I find that when Hobby Lobby has them for 75% off, I will grab them because, well, especially if I like most of the papers. Some of the papers you don't, I pull them out, I purge them. I have 2 carts here. This one is all Christmas. So I'm working on a Christmas trip to Disney World. I use this all of the time. Between the layouts, between the Disney World daily pages, it's good to have Christmas all together. Also, I am then ready for December daily. So this little cart works great because I have the bins on the bottom and I have all of stickers and stuff set up here. And then below that, these little dollar bins that I got from Target so that all of my stuff can be organized. So that is my Christmas bin. And then, or my Christmas cart, I should say, with my bins. And then this cart is all of my kind of day-to-day stuff. So my LE Studio cards, some other little containers of items that are split by color, my white paper scraps. So these are small scraps, these are bigger ones. Again, don't want to waste. And then, I love this locker. So it opens up, and then I have my stamps. So, you know, day-to-day stamps. These are all alphabets. I have Christmas ones. And I have some extra papers and bigger stamps at the bottom too. So this is super, super helpful. It keeps me organized because they all go in here. And limited in space. So once these fill up, I got to purge. So that's a good reminder too. And then over here on the other side is my thicker storage. So again, it's one of these racks. And then I got all of these bins from IKEA. Waited forever for these bins. I'm very excited about them. But you'll see that all of my thickers are organized in here based on colors. So some of them don't fit perfectly, so I had to trim a bit, or I have to lay them a little bit down. It's just needed like a 1/4 inch more, but you'll see that they fit and they work. So, you know, black, white, gold, silver, red, they kind of are all here, or phrases. I've got some chipboard ones up here. So these are all, you know, stickers and stuff. Then I have my chair here, and it has my little bus and my Union Jack stuff. So I like sitting here, and underneath my Piccadilly, we tend to stay by Piccadilly, or sorry, Piccadilly, Paddington. We do also go to Piccadilly all the time too, but my Paddington clock there, and my Big Ben there. I do have some like pops and stuff of the royal family, so I'm going to have a little shelf here. Again, we need to go through all of our storage boxes, but we'll get there. And then I have a cling on the wall, and then here is my bookcase. So my bookcase drawers hold pocket page empties. And I have them all tagged. I just cut the back of the packaging and made little dividers. Those are all my year albums. These are all my December dailies. These are idea albums. And then I have some blank ones that are in preparation for upcoming projects. And then ones that I'm working on currently. So here's my retreat album. Here's my Disney World daily. And then here's my I Love Colorado. This will be an upcoming week in the life. And then I also have my stamp organization. Let me quickly show you this. I love this. So what I did is, again, these are meant to be for, ooh, there's lots of glare. These are meant to be for like trading cards, like I think they're meant for like Mystic or whatever it's called. And so, oh, that doesn't help at all. I'm trying not to get so much glare for you guys. Let me do this. So what I do is I take a photo of my stamp set, and then I put who makes it and the size. And then I organized it based on like alphabets. So these are all the different alphabets that I have. And then words and phrases. So here's all my, you know, Ellie Edwards ones. And then, you know, backgrounds or labels. And then I have travel, which encompasses generic travel, but also specific places like Canada or Texas or the UK. And then just random images. So here's where I have like flowers and things like that. And then all of my Disney ones. And then Christmas. So anytime I need to look for a stamp, I don't have to look through all of my stamps. I don't have to sit and search through to see if there's one that says Noel or tradition. I can come in here, use this as my reference, and find my stamp. And then based on the type of stamp it is or the size of stamp it is, I can find it. So in my cabinet or my lockers where I have all my big stamps, all of my Ellie Edwards are together. All of my Elsa Studio are together. So it's very easy for me to go and be able to find these stamps once I know which ones I want. So this saves me lots of time. And then, you know, as I get rid of stamps, I can just throw away the photo. Or in some cases, you know, sometimes I take photos of ones all together. Well, I've gotten rid of all of these, but this one, so I'll leave that. And I could retake the photo of that one. But I just used a Sharpie and crossed it out. Because here you'll see that I had a few extras in with this big set. Just crossed them out. So, yeah, that keeps me organized. And then I also know exactly what I have. So if I'm ever thinking, oh, hey, you know, I see a stamp set. Like this was one that I wanted years ago. Didn't get it. It was too expensive at the time. Found it at Goodwill for $2. So, picked it up. And added it to my album here. So there's lots of times I'll get ones at garage sales or stamp sales, and you know, they're not in their perfect packaging, but it doesn't really matter because the stamp is good. And then of course I have lots of space to add more, although again, trying to limit my collection. So that is my craft room overall. Hopefully you enjoyed this little walkthrough. If you have any questions, then just let me know.